Hi, so I'm going to give you 4 scenarios. When you fill out your form about how you would do a conference, I want you to refer back to our textbook and other information. You can make up additional information as well when you're trying to create a scenario of what that conference would be like, how you would appropriately give specific positive feedback or positives or compliments, as well as 1 or 2 specific areas to continue to develop or encourage that aren't going as well. So with that said, again, I'm going to give you the basics of the scenarios, and then you can add any information that you feel would be helpful when describing how you'd host a conference. So the first scenario is Susie. Both her parents are divorced. They're both still involved, but they're not always communicating well with each other. She's largely nonverbal. So to a large extent, she's not speaking at all. She is in preschool. She is not yet identified, but she likely may be somewhere on the autism spectrum. She does struggle a lot to follow directions in class and to participate appropriately with everybody else. She likes to help you as her teacher a lot. So she very much so has formed a connection with you and really, really loves art and anything crafty that she can do in class. The second scenario is Johnny. Johnny has lots and lots of energy. He is 4 years old. He does a lot better if he sits near you during circle time and during small group work. He loves to answer questions, and he shares a lot of information with everyone. He's a really sharp kid, and he knows a lot of information about a lot of things. He loves learning. If students bother him, or he feels like, someone isn't sharing or isn't doing something that he likes, he tends to hit pretty quickly. So he's popular with some kids, but also some kids are showing some fear of him and aren't real fond of him because they're afraid of some of those behaviors. His parents are together, and he has 2 older siblings that did fine while they were in school with you. The third scenario is Ariel. She's an only child. She just lives with her father. He's on public assistance, and he's currently looking for work and doing lots of odds and ends jobs. So she's there for long periods of time each day. The other kids are with you for 5 to 8 hours a day. She's really with you the whole 12 hours that the center is open. She's not participating a ton. She's very, very quiet, and she really hasn't made any friends yet. But she always does what she's asked. She's very polite. Her dad's really hard to get a hold of for a variety of reasons, including looking for work. She does spend some time with her father's mother, so her grandmother as well. And her grandmother is often the person who picks her up near the end of each day. The fourth and last scenario is Javier. Javier is 4 years old. He's the oldest of 3 children. His mom is at home. His father works. His parents are still together. His mom's becoming concerned, and she's kind of a very, very involved parent. So she's one of those parents that likes to come to class a lot, volunteer whenever possible, but also just kind of hangs out with her other children a decent amount, kind of, takes a while to drop off and pick up. She's expressing some concern that she doesn't think he should be speaking Spanish at home, only English, because she doesn't want him to be at a disadvantage because of having the 2 languages that he's trying to learn. He's definitely a leader in class. He's well liked by his peers, and really in terms of academics and social skills, he's right where you'd like him to be. He has a big passion for cars and trucks and trains. The one thing in class, because he is such a leader, he can sometimes really dominate and not take turns as much, and tries to kind of be in control of most things. So those are your 4 scenarios. Susie was the first, Johnny was the second, Ariel was third, and Javier was fourth. They're all in the preschool age of things, and you'll review the forms and write down, again with any extra information you'd like to add, how you'd host that conference, and any page numbers or references within our class readings and materials that you use to help formulate your responses. Thank you. I look forward to reading your responses to these case studies.